is Greg Hennick. He's an experienced Toastmaster, but today he wants to revisit an early competent communicator manual speech, Organize Your Thoughts, to demonstrate that we can all prevent becoming rusty in our speeches, avoid taking early skills for granted, and take the time to occasionally review what we tried early in our Toastmasters career. For Greg, what better topic than by looking to one of his favorite joys, food. And we'll give his speech. Dinner is served. Greg Hennick.
Dinner is served. It's not a topic or a statement made frequently around my house when I was growing up. I had 4 younger brothers, and if there was a smell of food, we were already at the table. It did not matter. We were there. As we grew older, we used to hear the phrase, dinner is served. But it was always followed by another statement and command, and turn off the TV. Well, recently, that simple 3-word declaratory sentence, dinner is served, popped into my head and started swirling and swirling and swirling. So why does such a small statement have such an impact? Where have I seen it before? And I immediately thought, the movies. That's where it shows up at, probably most of all. Well, where did it show up? First I thought, let's fall back on the Marx Brothers and the Three Stooges. The comedies. You would have, in the middle of one of their scenes, somebody come in and announce, dinner is served! You would be knocked down by your comedic protagonist getting to the food very quickly and before anybody else could get to it. You have those. Then you have the next type of movie where you had your British and French upper class. You would have somebody come in with a staff, nose in the air, stomp, dinner is served. Nothing would happen immediately. But the people would move in aristocratic fashion on to the next scene. Third I thought about was actually a more modern movie. And it has a catch to it. That was in The Birdcage, where Spartacus Atticus was supposed to have one line that he had rehearsed over and over, that he was supposed to state at 7 o'clock. He came in, dinner is served, and was immediately told, no it isn't. Yes it is. No it isn't. Dinner is served. No it isn't. Okay. He slunk away, not sure what was to happen. Now what is the reason for all of these? Why do we have them in the movies? Why do we waste this film this time? Well, the purpose is, it's a transition tool. It's a device that we have. We use it in Toastmasters too, but think about it in the films. What do you have? The first one, you have a very fast and rapid movement to the next scene. You have cut off the previous scene. And the second one, the aristocratic movement, you have a normal pattern movement. It may be followed by a fade out, but you know there is another scene coming. It eliminates an awkward into a scene and a jump immediately to another scene. It's a transition tool. Now the trick in Birdcage was it expanded it out. You knew you were going to hear more before you went to the dinner. But it teased you that something was going to be coming into that dinner. You knew it was going to be important, so you started paying greater attention right there at that point. It was there. These are the tools we have. Now, does this apply to common everyday life that we have now? I think so. Have you ever been at somebody's home and had them tell you dinner is served? It might be an evening dinner, an intimate couple's dinner, 8, 9, 10 people there. And people will be standing around in groups of 2s and 3s discussing things from the office or what is going on socially or locally. There will be an announcement that dinner is served. It may not be stated in that way, but something similar to that type of presentation, and everybody will come and move, sit at the table. They will sit there, and all of a sudden conversations aren't 2s and 3s, but it's a table-alone conversation. You've moved to another era. You moved into that group. You have those. Is this something we lose now? Is it something that's gone forever? You have the informal dinners, though. Mostly like neighborhood friends, families together. And usually that will come about with turn off the TV also. To get the guys away from whatever new game they're watching on TV and ignoring each other, but more intent on the game. It gets people back to the socialization. And we have carried this one stage farther. What we have is the next stage. So now we go to movies, and we have to be told before we even get into the movie, turn off your cell phones. Don't make the noises. We don't want to hear you twittering back there. We know what's going on. You're here to watch the movie. You're here to go forward. Now, why do we have to have that? Because we've lost some of our skills. We've lost the ability to move in and to communicate with people as we did in those meals, as has always been the transition in our films and as has been demonstrated. Now, we will go forward with these, but the next time you're at a dinner or any place else in here, dinner is served. Think about this speech today and think about, aha, we have a transition going in here. What is it going to do to me? And this has been swirling in my head, and now I pass it to swirl in your heads. At the next meal you're at, what will you think, except for this speech, when you hear